Today's topic, men fall in love when women reveal this. Whew. All right, before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, please go subscribe. I'm going to be giving dating advice, relationship advice, sex advice, online dating advice once to twice a week. So go hit subscribe, hit the bell so you get notifications. Got some cool content coming out. All right, let's hop right into this topic. Men fall in love when women reveal this. I want to tell you a story. All right, so I became best friends with this awesome woman, and about 2 years into our friendship, I was at her house, and I'm starving, and she says, go in the fridge and get something to eat. I said, cool. I open up the fridge, and there's like nothing in there. So I start joking with her. I'm like, what are you, like an 18-year-old frat kid? Like, you have no food in your fridge. And, you know, she started giggling, and we kind of made a laugh about it. And then for like the next year or so, it was always like the joke. It was like, you know, this person is like a frat guy, no food. So fast forward, and I am going to meet her now new boyfriend. And, you know, when guys go to meet the new guy, it's kind of like, you know, like we're going to kind of test him and make sure he's up to par for our good dear friend. So I'm sitting with this guy, and I'm trying to be nice, and I want to make him feel comfortable, but I think subconsciously I'm like, kind of want to test him. And I'm not doing it on purpose. It's not the dating coach in me. But I want to see how he maneuvers, I think, subconsciously. So I go, Tim, how are you doing? You know, obviously he's been spending evenings over there at this point. They're in a relationship. I go, Tim, how are you doing with, like, the fact that there's never food in the fridge? And he goes, Mike, I love it. It's awesome. It doesn't bother me at all. Like, it's so cool. We get to order all this delivery food, and I just get to order food, and it's cool. And we get to experiment and try new food. I love it. I'm like, So what's interesting about this is how men fall in love. It's those weird things that you get to find out about a woman. Like, think about it. In my friendship with this woman, I didn't get to find out that this was her thing until 2-3 years in. And as her friend, that didn't cause me to fall in love. That was just interesting and allowed a joke. But look, on the flip side, a guy that was in love with her found it awesome. And instead of allowing us to joke at her expense, he defended her. It's like, oh, I don't mind. It's so cool. It's great. So not only was that amazing and one of the things he was in love with our friend for, but he also passed my subconscious test. And I'm like, at that moment, Tim won me over. I already liked him, but at that moment, I was like, this guy's rock solid. And that was an opportunity where he could have knocked his partner, but instead he defended her and didn't make her feel less than, which unfortunately I'm a jerk of a friend, clearly, and like to joke around. But that was beautiful. I'd like to illustrate this a little further. Have any of you guys remember watching Good Will Hunting? And Matt Damon is sitting down with this therapist, Robin Williams, and he's talking about this wonderful woman he just met. And he's like, she's so perfect. And, oh, so when's your next date? Well, you know, I didn't book it because, well, you're afraid, right now you're perfect to her and you're afraid of ruining this. But let me tell you what true love is, Robin Williams goes into. And take in mind, Robin Williams' wife at this point has been dead for 2 years in the movie. He goes, you know what I remember? I remember that she used to fart when she slept. When she was sleeping, she would fart. One time she farted so hard that she woke up. And she turned to me, she goes, what was that? And Robin Williams goes, oh, it was just me. He didn't want to tell her that she was farting in her sleep. But that was the thing. And that was one of those idiosyncrasies that he remembered about his wife, that he loved about his wife. So why I bring all these stories up is about getting to really know your partner, getting to see the authenticity. Like when we're just in the early stages of dating, right? We don't get to see those unique things about our partner, the things that make them tick. So what I want everyone to start feeling comfortable with is the same thing that Matt Damon had to feel comfortable with. I get it. In the early stages of dating, you're trying to show off that you're perfect. But really, that's not what men are going to fall in love with. What we fall in love with is your authenticity and your confidence. So if you're authentically you, which is going to inherently be confident because it's so easy to be yourself. It's hard to pretend. It's hard to act. You know, that's why folks like Matt Damon get paid so much, because he's pretending to be something and he's way better at it than most of us. But me, on this, I'm not acting. This is just who I am. And it's very easy for me because I'm just being myself. And that's how we need to be on these dates, is yourself. And then as the relationship progresses, you're naturally going to be able to show off some of your idiosyncrasies. And he's going to fall in love with you. And you will see it. And if he is putting you down for those things, that's not a wonderful partner. So ladies and gentlemen, go out there and be authentically yourself. And I love all of you. Once again, please subscribe to the channel. You know, it'd be so much fun. Go in the comments and tell me what your weird idiosyncrasy is, if you feel comfortable. Or tell me about your partner or one of your past partners, what their weird idiosyncrasy is. That, you know, it was kind of cool, and it was amazing that you got to see it, or amazing that you got to show it. That'd be phenomenal. So hit like, share this video, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.